Hey guys, I'm back with another video today. Today we are going to dive into exactly what HAC stands for. So you're going to see that all through this class, all through these videos. We call it How to Hack, okay? So what does HAC stand for? HAC stands for Highlight and Contour. And so today I'm going to shock and amaze all of you that I'm going to do my whole face of makeup with just one palette that looks like this, that has a couple of different layers of makeup. I've got my shadows and powders up here. I've got my lip and cheek colors here, and then I've got my face makeup here. So this we use in place of our foundation. You don't need foundation when you have Maskcara Beauty. So I'm just going to use this one palette and then a couple of beautiful brushes to make my look happen. The cool thing about this is that it takes just 5 minutes. It really sculpts your face and brings out all the natural definition that you have in your face. And all of the little tin colors, these are customizable for you just by getting a color match with me. And so I'll put the color match link here in the video description. And I'm just gonna dive right in so that you can see how this magical stuff works. So we're gonna talk about the tools that we're gonna use in another video. So I'll deep dive onto which tools are which, but for now I'm just gonna show you how it's done. This is the first brush called the Buffy brush. You can see that they're both double-ended. And the color that I'm gonna start with is this yellow one here called Sunlit. And you can see with how bright it is, it like just adds a dose of sunshine right to the bottom of my cheek. And even though that looks quite a bit lighter than what my natural skin tone is gonna be, once you understand how to paint with shadows and light on your face, you're gonna understand why highlighting and contouring should be your BFF. Now, I've got some serious problems going on over here. It's, for me, unfortunately, just that time of the month, and I always break out around that time of the month. Our makeup is so amazing, it does not break me out. I am very acne prone, and I usually have no breakouts whatsoever except for around this time of the month. So I'm struggling through that, but thankfully I have a makeup that covers an incredible amount and it feels weightless like a second skin. So now I'm just flipping the brush around. I'm going in with this other color here called Sandy, and you're gonna see how this just goes right away. Like I'm just gonna cover that blemish like it never even existed. Of course, there's a little texture there, but nothing we can do about that little bump. But for the most part, all the redness is gone and you can't even see it anymore. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing that second color right up alongside that first one, which is Sunlit. And this brush makes the coverage absolutely flawless. And it also just gets the whole job done in like under 2 seconds. Like that is it. That's all you need, is just to go over every other place other than what that first highlight was. I'm gonna just give my forehead up here just a little bit, and already you can see that my skin is starting to take shape. I've got a nice bright area in through here, and then along in my beard area, it's nice, and the coverage is beautiful, and it matches my neck and my chest, which is really important. And you'll get that whenever you get a color match with me. All right, I'm picking up another brush. Notice I haven't even put this down. This is like painting. I feel like Bob Ross with my face. I hold my palette, I pick up one brush, then another, and in about 5 minutes, I'm totally done. So I'm just loading my brush up, and I'll show you that the best way to load your brush for contouring is to take this Detail Hack brush, which is the #1 brush for contouring, and you wanna load it half and half. And then you're just gonna find your cheekbone. So everybody at home, just sort of tap alongside your face, just like this. You're gonna find that ridge where your cheekbone sits. Now I'm gonna take this edge of this brush, and very, very nice and light, I'm just gonna put this skinny little line on there. And before you go freaking out and going, oh my gosh, that doesn't even look right, you're gonna just watch as I buff back and forth all the way up to my ear. I'm just gonna kind of hook it right underneath my cheekbone, and then I'm gonna drag it in an upward motion until it just looks blended. And now look at my cheek. Look at my cheek versus the other side. With traditional makeup, we were always taught to just kind of put it on. You go to the store, you find your one single shade of foundation, you splatter it all over your face, and then you end up just looking like a chicken nugget. And nobody wants a chicken nugget face. So what we do with contouring, it adds depth and dimension on back to your skin. And once you figure out, this is like paint by number, and once you figure out where these colors belong on your skin, look at how my face is taking shape, and now it's even matching more my skin tone because I'm adding those shadows and that depth back in. Just a touch more up here on my forehead, back and forth just a little bit. Now my forehead looks three-dimensional, guys. I can add just a touch more up here above my brows. And not everybody's gonna wanna use a contour color that's as dark as this one. This is indigo and it's one of our darker colors. But once you practice enough, I feel like it's a good color to use for different reasons. I love using it to define out my lips. This is nose contouring, and I'm going to over dramatize this a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just following the natural spot where my brow ends, and I'm just following it straight down the side of my nose, back and forth. I love the other end of this brush just explicitly for this reason. And once I get my shadow on there, I just buff it out so it looks like it never happened. And then I'm going to take my middle finger, dab it into my sunlit, and then I'm just going to draw a nice skinny little line right up and down, and then buff that out like that never happened. And now my nose is perfectly contoured. If you really want to make it perfect, you can always take your perfector sponge and just give it a little dab. Easy as pie. Okay, now we get to move on. If you have some extra skin down here and you want to take and run your contour brush around your ridge of your jawline, you're welcome to do that. You're welcome to also maybe put a little bit of contouring down there. Now, my face looks like Skeletor. I have all of my features chiseled out. Now we've got to put some life and some sweet cheeks into the mix. So I'm just gonna flip my page to my lip and cheeks. We have so many to choose from. We have over 25 shades of lip and cheek, and we call them lip and cheek because they're made of cream just like the rest of what I just put on my face. So I'm gonna use this really bright, bold color here called Dahlia. I picked up a brand new brush. This brush is called the B squared brush. It's for blush and bronzer. And I'm using my contour as a guide here. I'm just gonna pop it along my cheek here. This is such a fail-safe brush. You cannot fail with this brush. It puts the right amount on, and you plop it right there. And look at how much better my skin now looks because I've got a little flush to the cheek. And even though that color looked really, really, really scary in the tin, that's why getting a color match is so important, because I'm gonna ask you lots of questions about your skin, what you like about your skin, maybe some things you don't like about your skin, other reasons that, is your skin dry? Do you have acne? Do you have melasma? Do you have dark circles under your eyes? How about, any kind of skin issue? We can usually figure out a way to overcome it. So I'm just taking my beginning brush, and look at how my face has kind of come together, guys. It looks so smooth and pretty. And even that blemish there, if I wanted to just take my finger and touch it up right at the end there, it's a nasty one. It's a gnarly one. Sometimes there's not a whole lot we can do beyond just trying to cover it and then just using your sponge to make it happen. But thankfully I have a makeup that really comes to my rescue when I need it to. Okay, finally, I'm going to show you how we do our lip. I'm picking back up the Detail Hack brush, the one that I did my contouring with. Now we'll watch this. I'm going to take a little bit of that contour and just go right underneath my lips like that. And I might even grab one of our multitasker brushes that has two ends like this. All of our brushes are double-ended. And I'm just gonna trace around the outside of my lips with that same contour color, indigo. Such a pretty lip liner color. Just like that. So simple. And then I'm gonna flip the page. And this color here, you can see it's a little bit shiny. It's called Summer Love. And I'm just gonna take that with my finger. And it's gonna blend with the indigo and give me an absolutely beautiful nude lip. I love this. You can also use Desert Sunset. You could use Sunshine State. In fact, maybe I will put some Sunshine State. I'll just take this one here, plop a little bit of that on top as like a glossy shimmer layer. Look at how that changed that. You can mix and match all of these and more to make your own custom color every single day. Finally, the last step to the hack is illuminator. And for illuminator, I'm gonna use this stuff right here. This is Angel Illuminator, and this is what gives us that dewy, glowy feeling up top. So I'm just gonna, again, take my finger and just put a little bit of that illuminator right here on the top of my cheekbone. And that really does show up when you're out in public and, you know, somebody's asking you, oh my gosh, your skin looks so beautiful. It's that little bit of shimmer on the upper part of the cheekbone. And you can even put a little here on the bridge of the nose. And also I love a little bit right here on the Cupid's bow. Okay, that is it. Sometimes you can actually even put a little bit of your illuminator on the upper part of your brow bone as well. A little shimmer up there, never hurt anybody. And that is it, you guys. It's been 11 minutes since I've been talking my way through this. When I'm on my own and I'm not having to teach, this only takes me 5 minutes to put on. And it just gives me that fresh, clean complexion that I am just obsessed with. It looks like a second skin. I've never had more compliments. So if you're curious about what colors you might be and you want to give this a try, you can submit a color match, again, just using the form that's right in the description box. So I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into some eyeshadow looks and some ways to elevate the basic hack and add lip and cheek colors, so maybe some bold lip and cheeks. And then we're going to talk about the tools as well. So stay tuned. So much more to come. Thank you guys so much for being here. And make sure you tag the hostess that invited you here and just tell her what you think of all of this. If this is something that's interesting to you, or if you're just like, wow, I never knew makeup could do that, or I've never tried makeup like that, or whatever the thing that's coming to mind as you start watching this, make sure to tag your hostess so that she knows that you're loving what you're seeing and that you're really into it. And that's going to help us help you. All right, take care, guys.